All right, guys. Hey, guys. Welcome to Modern Wall Street's Trader Talk. Well, it seems like it's midweek. If you think about it, we're wrapping up the month of November, going to get a fresh start, and we're hitting fresh records in the meantime. And look what we have, Mr. Freshy Fresh. It's New York Stock Exchange Einstein.
How are you?
How you doing? How you doing, Peter?
I'm fresh.
So fresh, so clean. Well, let's talk about highs, Bitcoin. Do people really care about it down here?
Talk about Bitcoin.
All right, then we won't.
A little, you know what? Look, I don't know. I just saw it said went over 11,000. I don't know that much about it. It's totally out of my wheelhouse. So I really don't want to talk about it.
Are people talking? Are they talking about down here, though?
No, they're not. And we don't trade it. It has nothing to do with any of the reality we're living.
All right, so what are we talking about?
Let's talk about the fact that this morning, so the exuberance, irrational exuberance, giddy up. You know, we got within about 50 points of 24,000. Right, where I'm a big numbers guy, and that seemed significant. So the irrational exuberance of the last few days, right? Yesterday was sort of a three-prong rally, right? It was coming off of really high cyber sales. It was coming off of tax reform coming together a little bit, and it was coming from a really good chat with Mr. Powell, right, from the Fed, and he was apparently just firing on all pistols, whatever you want to call them. And so that was sort of a three-prong rally. And then there's momentum. The afternoon, midday, we saw that big sell-off for a moment, an emotional intraday sell-off when North Korea shot off the missile. But we saw a rebound in a huge way. That sort of re-emphasized to me that the market really doesn't care what's going on in North Korea. Okay? Yeah. Now, today, the irrational exuberance continued this morning. I saw a lot of, in late afternoon yesterday, felt to me like short covering. When you see these little blips up that seem like, you know what, at some point, people have got to be shorting this market. We are at all-time highs. Whether it's profit-taking or short selling, we're not seeing a cap on the market at all, right? So, but yesterday, the rally after the North Korea sell-off midday felt to me like a little bit of a short cover.
Okay. And what does that mean to you?
Well, it just means that the market is not going down, that the market is not engaging anything negative, that the irrational exuberance continues. We saw it follow through this morning as we inched even higher towards 24,000, okay? Another threshold nonetheless, a super fast and even faster threshold than the one from 22 to 23. We are seeing it rally. But what we did see, which is it seems significant to me, is that at 10:10 this morning, the market completely fell off the rails and sold off significantly within a realm. If you look at the graph, the market sold off hard. And so we're trying to find out, did something come out news related or whatnot? And it appears to me that, so we have this new ETF, FANG, right? We've got the high-tech rally that we've seen. These stocks are up 50% or more year to date, right? And we saw the Dow was up 100 and change. The only thing that really seemed in the red was the FANG, right? So was there something that happened in tech? No. It basically felt like people were locking in some profits for the year. You know, we're running on light volume. It is a holiday week. You know, you kind of get this feeling that if a couple of guys decide to really get out of tech, ring the cash register for the year, that could have significantly affected that.
So it's going to cause a bigger bang than usual.
Well,
because of low volume.
You know what? We see rotation often. We see rotation come in at the end of the year. Today, the Dow was up big. It sold off a little bit, but what was more significant was the tech sell-off. You've got Amazon down 25 or 30, Apple off 7, Facebook off 9. Now, you don't see that happen that often. So what's that about? Probably profit-taking, probably getting out of those stocks into some equities coming into the end of the year. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, you make a really good point. It does feel like that. But you mentioned retail before. So should we be out of tech and into retail or just kind of wave it off?
Hard to know. Look, we are talking... Retail's had a nice rally. Retail was the dog of the day for most of the year, right? As Amazon sort of took over brick and mortar, bought Whole Foods, sort of laid out an attack plan for all retail, right? Lord & Taylor being sold to WeWork. But suddenly now, at the end of the day, people are still going out for that shopping experience. There has been a blip in retail. I don't think it's really come back at all that much. But it is Thanksgiving. It is Christmas. People are going shopping. People are traveling. People are going to stores, even though we saw a major boost in Cyber Monday and Black Friday, 16%, 20% year to date. Retail's got to take a little bit of a green rally here at the end of the year, especially holiday season.
It sure is. It's holiday season. That's a great way to wrap up the week.
To feel a lot like Christmas.
Like Hanukkah.
Like Hanukkah.
All right, Peter. Thank you so much for joining me.
See you later.